I remember the day my grandparents closed on that old Victorian house in rural Ohio like it was yesterday. It was 1965, and with 8 kids under one roof, space was a premium. Grandpa, a burly factory worker with calloused hands and a no-nonsense attitude, spotted the listing in the newspaper. "This place has potential," he grunted, folding the ad into his pocket. Grandma nodded, her eyes tired but hopeful. They bought it cheap. Too cheap, looking back, because the previous owners had skedaddled without much explanation. Downstairs was cozy enough, with a big kitchen where Grandma baked apple pies that smelled like heaven. But upstairs, that was a different story. The bedrooms were cramped, and Grandpa decided to renovate right away. "We need more room for you rascals," he told us grandkids one weekend when we were visiting. He grabbed his sledgehammer and went at what looked like a flimsy partition wall in the hallway. "Wait, Dad, is that safe?" my mom asked, peeking up the stairs with a frown. She was in her 20s then, still living at home, helping with the younger siblings. Grandpa laughed it off. "Ha ha! It's just drywall. Watch this." One swing, and the wall crumbled. Dust billowed out like smoke from a fire. Behind it wasn't insulation or studs. It was a hidden alcove, stuffed with women's clothes. Dresses from the 40s, maybe earlier. Silk stockings tangled up. A pair of heels kicked off haphazardly. It looked like whoever owned them had dashed out in a panic, leaving everything behind. "What the hell?" Grandpa muttered, stepping back. The family crowded around. My uncles joked about it. "Maybe she ran off with the milkman." But Mom shivered. "This feels wrong. Like we're intruding on something private." They cleared it out anyway. Grandpa turned the space into an extra closet, and life moved on. But that's when the weirdness started. Mom got the room at the end of the hall. She'd tell me stories over coffee years later, her voice dropping low like she was sharing a secret. I'd be sitting there reading, and suddenly I'd hear this circling sound, like nails scraping wallpaper, tearing it slow and deliberate. Around and around the walls it went. "Did you ever check?" I'd ask, wide-eyed. She'd nod. "Of course." I'd jump up, run my hands over the plaster. Nothing. No marks, no holes. But it happened night after night. I started sleeping with the light on. When Mom finally moved out in '72 to marry Dad, Aunt Linda took over the room. She was the wild one, with her bell-bottoms and Janis Joplin records. But even she couldn't shake it. "One morning I woke up gasping," she confessed to me at a family reunion, wine glass in hand. "That picture of the beach I hung up, it was lying right on my chest, like someone placed it there while I slept, frame and all. I screamed bloody murder." "Was it the wind? A draft?" I pressed, though I knew better. Aunt Linda shook her head, her eyes distant. "No windows open. Door locked. Happened 3 times before I switched rooms. I told your grandma, but she just said, 'Houses settle, honey. Don't let your imagination run wild.'"
Quick break. My new channel Broccoli Animations is now live. I'm posting new full-length videos there daily. Time to join me there. Link in bio.
My cousins had their tales, too. The twins, Sarah and Emily, shared a room across the hall. "We'd hear footsteps at 2 a.m., Sarah whispered to me once during a sleepover when we were teens. Thump, thump, up the stairs. They'd stop right outside our door. We'd huddle under the covers, hearts pounding. And then? Emily chimed in, her voice trembling even years later. Nothing. No one there when we peeked. But the air, it got so cold, like winter in July. I never liked going upstairs. Even as a kid, I'd make excuses. I forgot something downstairs, to avoid it. The chill hit you halfway up, seeping into your bones. Weird vibes, like eyes watching from the shadows. As an adult, it got worse. I'd visit for holidays, force myself up to grab a blanket or use the bathroom, and feel this pressure, like The house was breathing down my neck. The dreams started in my 30s. Vivid, terrifying ones where I'd be trapped upstairs, doors slamming shut, that scraping sound echoing. In one, I saw her. A woman in those old dresses, face pale and furious, whispering, "Get out!" I'd wake up sweating, heart racing. "Babe, it's just stress," my husband would say, pulling me close. But I knew it wasn't. Last year, after Grandpa passed, we cleared the house to sell. In the attic, buried under boxes, we found a newspaper clipping from 1943. "Local woman vanishes amid scandal," it read. Her husband, a jealous type, accused her of cheating. Neighbors heard screams, but no body was found. The article mentioned a hidden room where she supposedly stashed her things. "Mom, do you think—" I asked, showing her the yellowed paper. She sighed, tears welling. "Maybe she never left. Maybe she's been trying to tell us all along." We held a little ceremony, sage burning, prayers from a local medium. "If you're here, we're sorry," Aunt Linda said aloud, voice steady. "Rest now." The house sold quick after that. No more dreams for me.